Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here in Galway, Ireland, and today we're going to talk about are the friendliest places we've visited around the world. Now, we haven't been everywhere in the world, but we've been to a lot of countries and filmed all over the place, and I want to talk about some of the nicest people we've met. And I'll be honest, every country we've gone to, we've met good people. But I'm talking in general, your overall experience, the overall vibe of being there. Sometimes it is just a much more friendly place, because you have places like Denmark, which gets ranked as the happiest place in the world, but it's definitely not the friendliest. It's actually on my list of the least friendliest places. You can go check out that video to watch that. But I think Ireland is a great place to start. If you're looking for fantastic, fun people, just friendly people, you can't beat Ireland. I mean, whether you're talking to people at the pub, it's your driver in your taxi, it's the people when you go around the city, the people that walk up and talk while you're filming videos. The Irish are just wonderful, and they want you to experience their country. And yeah, they'll give you a little gruff here and there, but it's all in good fun. So that's why Ireland's on our list. Another fantastically friendly place is Iceland. This little island in the middle of nowhere that's been overrun with tourism for the last 10 or 20 years, but they've still kept that warm heart they have. Fantastic English. They want you to explore their country. They want you to have fun when you're there, but they want you to really enjoy what is Iceland. And they share that and that warmth from them, because whereas Ireland is more of that friendly bar buddy kind of friendliness, Iceland's more of that your warm, cozy Icelandic sweater friendliness. Now, another place we found incredibly friendly was Rwanda. If you're in East Africa, a lot of people, they end up going to Tanzania, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, they were very nice too. But honestly, Rwanda, everywhere we went, everyone was so friendly. We were going around, our kids are playing soccer with the local kids. We were meeting the local tribes. We're hanging out with the locals. I mean, it's just a great time. And they're all like, hey, what are you doing here? Tourists don't come to Rwanda. What are you doing here? You brought your kids? And then they lost their mind and they were just like, here, eat with us. Let's talk, let's do stuff. And I just found the people in Rwanda just incredible people. So super friendly there. Another incredibly friendly place, Brazil. I mean, when you go around the world and you want to have a good time, you go where the Brazilians are, because they want to have a good time, but they don't just want to have a good time themselves. They want everybody to have a good time. And like, Brazilians are fantastic. I don't know if it's party planners, but party havers, because they're going to make sure there's drinks, there's eats, and keep eating, keep drinking, keep dancing, keep having fun. I mean, you just love being with them because the energy and the vibe they have. That's why everybody loves cheering with them at the World Cup, because one, they usually do pretty well, but also they're just fun to be around and they're just so friendly. So if you get a chance, go hang out with some Brazilians. I guarantee you're gonna have a good time. Now, the next place, which is traditionally known as one of the friendliest countries in the world, is Canada. And I'll be honest with you, I've met Canadians all over the world, and they really are that friendly, like scary friendly. Like, do you have some kind of ulterior motive for this friendliness? Because I feel that being this friendly is too friendly than friendliness should be. So it's kind of one of those things you wonder about. But honestly, the Canadians, I mean, even if you go to like Quebec, and some people say, oh, the Quebecois, they're so, they try to be French and so blah, blah, blah. No, the Quebecois are fantastic too. But you go throughout the country, the Canadians, they want you to love Canada. They're going to tell you where to go, what to see, what else to do, other parts of the country you're missing out on. Why are you here? You should go here instead. That's what I love about it, because they're friendly, they're helpful, and they're just really nice people. So that's what makes a really friendly place to go to. And speaking of friendly place to go to with the best nonas in the world, Italy is another incredibly friendly country. In Italy, I mean, I can't tell you how many friends I've made over my life there while I've been there. And as I learned a little bit more Italian, I made even more friends. But even when I didn't speak Italian, they're so welcoming. And if you become a friend of one Italian, it's like you're in their entire friend group. And so now you have not just one Italian friend, you've got 20 Italian friends that all want to make sure that you have a good time. And if you're wandering into a city that where your friend is from and that one of their other friends sees you, they're going to come out and say, hey, let's have a prosecco. Let's have an aperitivo. Let's have a drink. Let's have a chat. Let's have a talk. Let's have a sandwich. Patatine. Let's talk. Like, you just have it, and they just make you happy. And I mean, one of the best things about it, if you're taking your family with you to travel, and you go to Italy, if they see your little kids there, don't be surprised if the nonna, the grandma, comes out of the bag and says, no, I will show the kid how to make pasta. You two have a romantic dinner. I can't tell you, when the kids were little, we went to Italy all the time, because then Joss and I could have romantic meals with our kids, because our kids were with the owner or the nonna and kind of stuff. But like, honestly, you can't beat the friendliness of Italians, because from their heart, they really give out. And I just love that. And the thing is, not just when you're in Italy, like I've had Italian exchange students in my classes in the US and Portugal, other places around the world. And even then, they're so friendly and welcoming. They come out with us, come out with us. I used to teach when I was in grad school, I would teach, and the Italian exchange students there were like, oh, you're not from here as well. Why don't you come hang out with us? And they would bring me out. They'd take me to their parties. They'd invite me to their homes. I went to Milan a number of times to visit my friends there. I mean, it's one of those things, the Italians just, they bring out the love, and the friendliness is just one of those things you love when you're there. And that's why I got to have them on this list. Another place where you're going to get that, oh my gosh, like overwhelming, like homecoming, motherly love, eat until you explode friendliness is Greece. Very similar to Italy in that way. When you go to Greece, the people there, I feel they're even more laid back than the Italians, but they're gonna sit back and chat with you, and they're gonna wanna hear about you, but they're gonna share their stories and their trials and tribulations and stuff, but in a fun way. And the friendliness of it is like, you're never gonna be not stuffed until you explode when you're there, because they love eating. They think like, hey, if you're not full, you're not happy. If you're not full, I'm not a friend. If you're not full, I have failed. So it's just like more food, more food, more food. I mean, we've been to Greece so many times with Easter and the feedings and the eatings and the lambs and everything, and just going around, even the big cities there, even the islands when you go, the friendliness comes out. And somebody's like, oh, well, that's that salesmanship kind of things. Well, part of the salesmanship is the fact that they are super friendly people. And that's why when you go to a Greek festival anywhere around the world, it's always lots of laughing and dancing and fun, because that's who Greeks are. They're super friendly, fun people, okay? Another fantastically friendly place we've been is Jamaica. And a lot of people, I've seen cruisers going through there, they get really upset with Jamaica, but they don't realize the people are super friendly there. It's just that when you get off your cruise ship, these people make a living selling you trinkets and stuff. That's their job. There's no social network to pay their kids food, so they gotta sell something. What I found in Jamaica, if you're like, hey, you don't need the, hey, no, I already bought my souvenirs, but respect, man, thanks. They got respect, and they'll, the fist bump, and then next thing I know, I got a best buddy, and we'll chat. They'll tell me, hey, have you tried this? You tried this? And they're not looking for a tip. They're not looking for money. They're just generally friendly people trying to share their experience of their lives on the island, let you know a bit more. I'm like, hey, that's cool, brother. Have a good one, yeah. And that's one thing we fell in love with Jamaica. Jamaica's our favorite island in the Caribbean because the people are just so friendly and so happy and just a wonderful, wonderful mix of stuff. So that's why I love it. And then I want to put this country in there, and some people are like, what? You can't put that country in there, Mark. You're from that country. But dang it, the US, Americans are some of the most friendly people in the world. And that's why I always laugh when people make fun of Americans when they travel, and they're like, why do the Americans overshare so much? I don't need to know about Sally back home surgery. Who the hell is Sally? Why are you telling me this? Americans are just like, we just verbal diarrhea our friendship sometimes, but you have that kind of friendliness, the hold the door, please, thank you kind of stuff, but also just that friendly, aw shucksy, oh, it's like, oh, it's my silly little, simple little cousin from America. He's so sweet, he's so friendly. You have that, and so when you go to the US, people are probably gonna help you. They're gonna give you advice. That's one thing I love about the US. So when I go around, I know I can always make a dad joke with another dad. You can always have those kind of things. You have that when you're there, and that's why the US is on this list. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot more super friendly countries out there, and there's friendly people all over. But these are countries that really have stood out to me on our travels, where we really met some really fantastic, friendly people, but not just personally, but in our goings on in the stores and the restaurants and stuff, just overall. So whether you're coming here to Ireland for their friendliness, or you're going to Rwanda, or you're heading to the good old USA, enjoy that friendliness. And please let us know, where did you meet some of the friendliest people in the world? Let us know in the comments below so we can go and invite them and go meet them in their favorite friendly destinations. Bye here in Galway, a very friendly city. Bye.